Hey guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today I have a classic Sudoku created by Cavnar Johnson, and the Sudoku is titled The Box. It is a classic Sudoku and this was posted on the Discord server of CTC. I'm going to give this Sudoku a try today. Live solve on it. So the link to solve is given in the description of the video. Please do give it a try and come back and watch the video. So let us just start the Sudoku now. The rules are normal. Each row of the grid, each column of the grid and each box in the grid will have digits from 1 to 9 without repetitions. So with that, we'll start this Sudoku. Okay, there are several interesting places to start this Sudoku, but we'll just do what we usually do in a Sudoku. That is to mark pointing pairs or find hidden singles. So you have one is in row 8, row 9 and one is in column 3, so that gives me a 1 here and that gives a 1 here due to classic. One is in row 4, row 5, so I get a 1 in one of these two cells, and one is in column 4 and column 6, so that gives me a 1 in one of these two cells. One is in row 1, one is in column 8, so gives me a 1 in one of these two cells. Okay, and that's about it. So let us look at some other digit. Okay, this 2 is clean. You can't have 2 in these 3 cells, which means that in column 1 you can place the 2 here. And now let us look at the 2's. 2 is in row 5, row 6, so that gives me a 2 here. 2 is in row 9, row 8, gives me a 2 here. You have a 2 in column 6, so it gives me a pointing pair of 2's. And 2 is in row column 8 and column 9, so that gives me a 2 here. 2 is in row 1, row 2, so which in turn gives me a 2 in one of these two cells. Okay, so the action with the 2's have stopped. Let us look at some other digit, maybe 7. 7 is in row 2, row 3, so you get 7 in one of these two cells. But if you look at column 1 carefully, if you have a 7 here, you can't have 7 in these 3 cells, and column 1 doesn't have a 7 then. So this becomes my 7, and that in turn gives a 7 in one of these two cells because of these 7's. And in rest of the boxes there are many cells for the 7, so we can't mark possibilities like these. So let us just change our strategy now. Maybe start writing digits, because the reason I'm doing this very early in the Sudoku to write candidates is because you can see that there are many rows and columns which are almost filled. So it's better to shift your strategy now to writing all possible candidates. So I have 1, 5, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4 in column 1. So this means that this must be 6 and 9. And let us look at row 5, which has 6 givens, 1, 3, 5 and 2, 4 and 8. So which means these 3 cells must be 6, 7 and 9. And can I eliminate any digit, any candidate? Not yet. So let us look at row 1 now. 2, 5, 6, 1, 4, 7. Remaining digits are 3, 8, 9. So let me just first write in all the candidates and then I will do the elimination. So 9 is not here because 9 is in the box. 3 is not here. And 8 is not here. So okay, 3, 9, 8, 9 and 3, 8. Let me look at maybe row 9. So you have 5 givens and 1 placed digit. So 2, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4. Remaining digits are 5, 6 and 9. So let me mark that. So you have a 5 here. This is not a 5. This is not a 6. And this can be 5, 6 and 9. Okay, let me look at this box now. 5, 7, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these two cells must be 6, 8, 9. 6 can't be here, so this is 8 and 9. 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. So this must be 3, 4, 5 or 8, but you have a 3 and 5 here. So this must be a 4 or 8. And 5 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, so let me just mark that. Oh, look at this, guys. This is awesome. This is really, really awesome. I should have noticed this. Okay, is that really a swordfish? No. Okay, so this is actually not in the proper place, right? So this could have been a swordfish actually. So what this is that we see is a finned swordfish. So first, to explain a finned swordfish, I need to explain to you guys what is a swordfish first. So imagine for now that this pink cell in row 9 is here, right? Imagine that this one is not here, and you have 5, 6, 9 possibilities as the candidates in this cell. So then we have a swordfish pattern. So swordfish is nothing but when you eliminate or when you mark the possibility of a digit into exactly 3 rows and 3 columns, then it is called a swordfish. It's not necessary that it must be 3 rows and 3 columns always. Sometimes you may also have 2 rows and 3 columns, or vice versa, 2 columns and 3 rows. But ideal swordfish is that you'll have 3 rows and 3 columns. So if you have the pink cell here, you could have eliminated all these digits as not being a 9 because of the swordfish technique. Okay. So if I had the pink cell here, I would have eliminated all these cells as not being a 9, because if you look at rows 1, row 5 and row 9, 9 is in exactly these 3 cells, but in row 1 it's in exactly 2 cells, doesn't matter, and in row 5 it's in exactly 3 cells of the same 3 rows, same 3 columns, and in row 9 it's in exactly the same 3 cells of the same 3 columns. So which means that I could have eliminated all these cells as not being a 9. So this is what a swordfish is. But in this case, the swordfish cell is actually displaced by one cell. So which means it's not a swordfish, but this is called a finned swordfish. So which means that in this case, I can still eliminate the possibilities of 9. However, the possibilities are limited only to the box, which only to the cells which share the same unit as this fin. So only these cells can be eliminated. Can you guys see why these 2 cells only are eliminated and not any of the other cells? Because these are the only cells which share the same unit as this fin. In this case, the box is being shared. So we can eliminate only these 2 cells. When you have such a finned swordfish pattern, only these 2 cells can be eliminated. None of the cells can be eliminated. So suppose you have 9 in these cells, right? So 9 gets eliminated from here. So 9 for this row gets into these 2 cells, and 9 for row 5 gets into these 2 cells, and 9 for row 1 also gets into these 2 cells. So we have 3 rows. We have 3 9s in these rows, but only 2 columns to place them. How could we place them? It's not possible. So which means that the green cells do not take a 9. So that's basically what I was trying to explain. Hope you guys got through what I was trying to explain. So we can remove the 9 from these cells, but it's actually not useful. Such a lengthy deduction. Maybe we can write some candidates here. 1, 2, 6, 3, 5, 9. So this must be 4, 7, 8. So I actually thought that we had a swordfish there for a moment, but not to be. So let us look at this cell. Look at this row. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So this must be 7 and 9. And this must be 4 and 9. Right? Just writing in the candidates. No other digit can go in those cells. So if I look at column 4, I have 1, 3, 4 and 6 and 8. So the remaining digits are 2, 5, 7, 9. Can't have 5, 7 here. So that becomes 2 and 9. I have 2 9, I have 8 9. Okay, let me just remove the highlighted cells now. So we have seen how a finned swordfish works. I was about to say a swinned swordfish, right? So 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. So these two cells must be 4, 6, 9. You can't have 7 there, so they must be 4, 6 and 9. So 8 is in one of these two cells, okay. 2, 5, 7, 1 and 4. So this cell is 3, 6, 8, 9. Can't be 3, so this must be 6, 8 and 9. So look at this cell, guys. Can't be 2, 6, 7, 8. Cannot be 1 and 3. So this can only be 4, 5 and 9. There still seems to be something more that I could do with the 9s here, guys. I'm not really certain why, but feels as though we can do something more with the 9s. Okay. Actually, now we have extended the swordfish pattern, guys. So we saw a finned swordfish earlier, but now because of this row 8, look what is happening. If I'm not very much mistaken, we have a jellyfish pattern here. There are exactly 4 rows and 4 columns. Yeah, this is no doubt a jellyfish, which means that you could eliminate 9 from all these cells actually. Let me just check. If you don't have 9 in one of these cells, the 9s for this columns go into here and the 9 for both of these rows become here. Yes, that's right. That is really right. So we have a jellyfish, guys. So a jellyfish is a swordfish, I explained, is basically 3 rows and 3 columns. And when you extend the swordfish by one more row and one more column, you get a jellyfish pattern. So it's basically 4 rows and 4 columns. You will see that the 4 rows here are row 1, row 5, row 8 and row 9, and columns are column 2, column 5, column 8 and column 9. And we actually do not have possibilities of 9 in these cells to make it a perfect jellyfish, but it does not matter. So as long as we are able to restrict the possibility of a candidate, in this case 9, to exactly 4 rows and same 4 columns, we can call that a jellyfish. So which means that all these cells, let me just cleanly highlight them. All these cells, guys, cannot be a 9. So you can clearly see that the cells which I have eliminated are in those columns which have a jellyfish, right? All these 6 cells cannot take a 9. You can just imagine what happens if 6 is in any of these yellow cells. It will completely spoil the party for the other rows or columns. So is this useful to us? I can eliminate the 9 from this cell because it's in yellow region, so this can't be a 9. I also know that 9 is in one of these two cells because it's a pink cell, so 9 must be in one of these two cells, which means all these yellow cells can't take a 9. Let us look at this one. So it cannot be 2, 7, 6, 8, 3 and 9. So this must be 1, 4 and 5. That is nice. This can't be a 9. So 2, 7, 6, 8, 1, 9. So this must be 3, 4, 5. And these two cells basically are not 9. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. Look at this cell, guys. This is not 3 or 8. So this is 4, 5. This is fantastic, guys. Superb. Superb. Look, we have found a pair here. And how does this pair come into place? That came into place because we eliminated the 9 from this cell. And how did we eliminate the 9 from that cell? That was because we had a jellyfish. And the jellyfish came into existence because we saw a swordfish, a finned swordfish first. An excellent Sudoku by Cavnar Johnson. A really, really instructive Sudoku, you can say. Really nice. So you got 4-5 pair here, so which means this becomes a 1. Hopefully I think this is the break-in of the Sudoku, and that one eliminates the 1 from here, so this becomes 1 now. And the corner pencil mark of 2 allows us to mark a 2 here, and which means that this is not an 8, and obviously this cannot be a 9 because it's in an yellow cell. So that's a 6, that's 8, 9. And now we can resolve this 6-9 pair because of this 6. So that's 6 and that's 9. And slowly and steadily we are making some good progress, guys. Look at this 6. This is beautifully eliminating the 6 from here. And because of that we are getting a 7-9 pair in between the jellyfish pattern. Wow, just clap for the Sudoku, guys. Awesome one. Really, this 7-9 gives a 5 here. And the 7-9 removes the 9 from here, so that we get an 8 here. Which means this is a 3. And that gives a 9 here. Oops. Actually here. That gives a 9 here. And now I think we can quickly race through the Sudoku. So 8 gives a 9 here. And 3 in this box can't be here because of the 3, and it has to go here. So which means that 4, 5 are the only digits remaining. So 4 is here. So that is a 5, that is a 4. And we can complete this row. This must be a 4, 8, giving us a 5 here. So 1, 6, 8, 5, 7, 9. Remaining digits are 2, 3, 4. 2 can't go in these cells in column 5. So 2 goes here. This must be a 3, 4 pair. 9 gets removed from here because of the 9 here. 4 gets removed here, so if we have a 4, so that's a 7, 8. And now we have a 7, 8, 9 triplet in row 8, right? So that means this is not a 7, 8, 9, so this is 4. And we already know that this is a pink cell, so 9 must be in one of these two cells in that column, so 9 goes here. So which means this is a 6. That's 8, 9, this cell. This is not a 6, 7, 9. Oops, sorry. This is not a 6 because you have a 6 here, so 7, 9 pair. And that gives us a 6 here. Not a 7 there, so that's a 6. So 3, 4, 9, 1, 2, 6. So this is 5, 7 for the column, and this is 5, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 8. Remaining digits are 5, 7, 9. So this is not a 5. This has to be 7, 9, which means 3 goes here for the box. And I can fill in the remaining digits in that column. So that becomes 6 and 8 because 1, 2, 3, 4 plus you have 5, 7, 9 there. So that becomes 6, 8, and you can resolve the 6, 8. So that's 8 and that is a 6. So 1, 3, 4, 2, 6, 8. Okay, so these must be 5, 7, 9. Sorry. I hope the colors are not too much of a hindrance. I'm actually leaving them on purpose because we found that beautiful jellyfish, guys. And that removed the 9 from here, because of which we found a pair. That's why I'm intentionally leaving the colors there so that you get a better feel of how the Sudoku worked. So 1, 2, 7, 8, 4 and 9. So we have 3, 5, 6 remaining digits. 6 can't be here, so that's a 6. Which means that these two cells will be 3, 5. So the 1 goes here because 1 was in one of these two cells, so 1 goes here. And 3, 5 pair gives me a 7 here. Removing the 1 from that cell, so that becomes a 9. And this has to be 7 for the column, which means this is 8, this is a 5, 7 gives a 9, giving us 7 here, giving a 9 here, giving us an 8 here, and 4, 8 pair can be resolved. So this has to be an 8, that has to be a 4, and if we have 6, 9 pair, so 6 is here, so this is a 9, that has to be a 6, that 9 gives a 7 here. And we can complete the box with the 4. The 7 gives a 9 here. These must be a 5, 7 pair. 7 is here, so that's a 5. That's a 7. 5 resolves this 3, 5 pair, resolving this 3, 4 pair. And with that, we have completed this one-of-a-kind gorgeous Sudoku by Cavnar Johnson. A really neat trick hidden in the Sudoku. Not just one trick, I would say, but the fin swordfish started it all. Then we saw jellyfish. Maybe we can actually start with a jellyfish, I'm not sure, but it really helped the Sudoku. We got a pair and it was so wonderful to spot. Really nicely hidden in the Sudoku, and such a beautiful Sudoku to explain the technique. I'm happy that I covered this Sudoku for you guys. Hope you enjoyed watching me live solve this Sudoku. Please do let us know your thoughts in comments and kindly subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon with the video. Bye bye.